Suck Boss, and welcome to another Maho Radio, the one and only anime radio show in the whole goddamn Sekai. I'm your host, DN, formerly known as Director Nasty, and I thank you for tuning in to yet another episode. If you're listening on Spotify or YouTube, you are appreciated. Make sure you check out the comment section for I don't say for the timestamps and whatnot. I'm working on it. It's gonna get there, but make sure you check out the description. That's what I actually want to say. Make sure you check out the description for the Discord and the Twitch channel, so you can call in live on Monday nights, and maybe you too can share some sauce where we keep the sauce. Today's episode, a brief preview. I ain't gonna lie, if you read the title, you looked at the thumbnail, you already know we are giving out anime awards. That's why I got the fit on. You see, I got the salmon and the navy. If you don't know, this is high fashion. Some people might look down on you for it. Others would say, damn, that motherfucker fly. I'm fly as hell right now. And we gotta get dressed up so we could talk about anime of 2024 and dish out some awards, some recognition, and some love to those who deserve it. But we're also gonna give some hate to some people who dropped the ball. Looking at you funny, you know who I'm talking about. But besides that, make sure you comment down below. What was your anime awards of the year? What moved you? What was your shonen? What was your OP? You can drop one for each category in the comments, YouTube or Spotify. Do it so I can know where you stand. One thing I do want to say, this is just my anime awards of the year. This is how I feel about it and what I enjoyed. And I'm more than aware that although I watch more anime than most people, I was not able to watch everything of 2024. So there's gonna be gaps where it's like, how could you say this is the best this of this year if you didn't even watch the other? I don't give a damn. These are just my thoughts. Oh no, the music's still going. These are just my thoughts and opinions. These are just how I feel about the things that we enjoy together. And if you don't like that and you disagree with some of my choices, that's honestly okay. Opinion. Simple, baby. Very simple. With that being said, we're gonna jump right into it. I'm not gonna hold you back anymore. Hopefully that last couple parts doesn't get copy clapped, because I definitely forgot to turn off the goddamn music. But it is what it is. OG says, I already think you're wrong. Bitch, please. Yelling like Kraft mac and cheese box. Hey. We was all broke once. What's wrong with Kraft mac and cheese? I feel like you're talking a whole lot of trash for somebody who don't got much of a leg to stand on. Well, I have a third leg. Now I'm hungry. Damn, Kari looking great. Yeah, she be looking good. I'm not going to gas her up too much. That's your girl. I like her, but I don't love her like that, so whatever. I already think you're wrong. Tone said it. Dead. All right, you know what? That's a good way to set the tone. All right, we're going to get right into it. I'm excited. Are y'all excited? Yeah, I know y'all lying. It's okay. I forgive you. I disagree with your choice. Why, thank you. I thank you for your input and your contributions. Now, shut up and let me cook. The first category we have, the best OP. We had some fire OPs this year. Look, I ain't gonna hold you. Tonight, the nominees are Blue Box OP, don't know the name. We got Oshinoko Season 2 OP. Again, I don't know the name. We got Mashl's OP by Creepiness. This one I know. Bing Bong, fire, right? And then, of course, we got the dan that caught everybody's heart and attention. Honestly, these were my favorite 4 OPs from the season. I want to shout out an honorable mention to the Konosuba Season 3 OP that made me emotional as the season went on, and you're watching you're watching the episodes, you're getting the sauce, and then you listen to the OP, and it's like, wow, this season is so wholesome. It actually kind of moved me a little bit. I ain't even gonna fucking hold you. It really made me feel some things, man. It did. But that just gets an honorable mention, because although it made me feel things, it was not banging like the community agreed that these 4 were banging. I ain't gonna hold you. The Blue Box OP, I enjoy it, but I think the community enjoyed it more than me. And I saw this across the board in comment sections, in right here in the chat. You'll see Shadow talking about Blue Box OP is OP. Yeah, I get it, buddy. I enjoyed it, but I don't know if it's gonna be everything else in its class. In its class, I think it's kind of outmatched. Oshinoko Season 2 OP, I thought it was a good one. I definitely like the live Honey Guy Head No, actually, I'm not gonna lie. Season 2 Ocean Code OP was still fire. Not as good as the OP from season 1, but this one was still like, it was up there, man. It was up there. It got you hyped. Of course, you got Mashless. Yo, Mashless. Honestly, Creepy Nuts is 2 for 2 on this list. I just realized that. I forgot. Creepy Nuts did Mashless and the Dan Dan one. And anytime they are on the mic, it is gonna be fire, bro. Now, the question comes down to, who was DN's favorite OP of the season? I feel like most people would go with the Dan the Dan. I feel like Mashle is right up there. Me personally, Oshinoko was I almost undersold it, but then I remembered there's a specific where he goes, and he switch up the beat. Oh man, it's awesome, bro. It's awesome. Wait, Frieren compared to that Haru with Nutty. Ooh, Blue Box to the max. Beautiful art-wise, indeed. You just hate romance? Stop that. Look, although all the shows here are worthy of praise, all the songs here are worthy of praise, I can only give one this award of Best OP of the Year. And you know who's getting it? Yeah, it's gonna be Dan in there. Punish! No, I'm not joking. I'm joking. I'm not gonna play it because it was instant get clapped. But yeah, that Dan to Dan OP, bro. Everybody knows that. I feel like people who don't watch anime know about the Dan to Dan OP. That thing just makes you want to move your body, bro. It is so damn good. I'll get you into Ada. Quabra. Y'all already know. If you heard it, you already know the hype, bro. Stop playing with me, son. Dan to Dan. Creepy Nuts would have won no matter what. Because honestly, it's much. No, actually, I lied. If I had to choose a second, this is how I'm ranking the 4, right? Dan to Dan's first. I'm going to give second to the Oshinoko OP. I'm going to give third to Mashle. I'm going to give fourth to Blue Box. And honorable mention to, again, not Frieren. Honorable mention to Konosuba Season 3. And honorable mention to Frieren, too. Because I ain't going to lie, that Frieren is kind of cooking. It's kind of folksy, but like in a good way folksy. You know what I mean? No Shimon Tower of God OP? Absolutely not. Bias. I'm trying to hurt me to even write that. I was going to say, there's no way you believe that. You are lying, Brother Shadow. Nobody wants to listen to you right now. Tower of God OP. Stop. Sir, stop. But yeah, best OP for the season from DN and the Sauce Maho Radio is the Dan Dan OP. Comment down below, what did you choose? What was your favorite? What did you enjoy? We're kicking this off hot. I'm loving it. I'm loving it. Da-da-da-da-da. Next, we got Best MC. This year offered us a lot of MCs, right? And everybody can identify with an MC or likes an MC for one reason or another, and everybody don't have the same taste. I feel like this category, I already know based on my top 4 who I nominated for myself, I already know a lot of people are going to be like, yo, what about Deku? Yo, what about Kazuma? Yo, what about this person? What about that person? What about Taiki? What about, Himmel, I can't do it, son. Himmel is technically not the MC, but because that the show is basically following him, I can make an argument for it, but we're not going to talk about that. We're going to leave that over there. This is a controversial grouping. For me, the top 4 MCs, the nominees are Bel Crannel from danmachi Season 5. Of course, we have Okarun, aka Ken, what's his name? Keno something. I don't remember his whole name. From Dan to Dan. We have, of course, the drippiest, the manliest looking Sun Jinwoo. And of course, lastly, but not least, we have the homie Kafka from Kaiju number 8. Now, each of these MCs, personally for me, I made like a personal, mental, like emotional journey bond with them. Bel Crannel is an innocence that I lost in my youth that I wish I could have back. To experience and to have that sense of, I wield this great power, but I'm so innocent with it. To have shawties throwing themselves at you constantly. I'm obtusely jealous of this man at all times. But at the same time, he wields power in such a way where it doesn't feel overwhelming. He's not the traditional MC. The true thing that makes him so nice and pure is his disposition, where he's genuinely just doing the right thing, going through life, just trying to make people happy, live a good life, and just be the best person that he can be. And that's something that I miss in myself. I wish I had some of that back. But Bel's also just a flat out badass, bro. And he got that nice thick lady Freya pushing all up on him. I want that right now. I do. I want that. So that's nominee number one. Nominee number two, we have Okarun from Dan to Dan. Honestly, he's just a stand-up guy. My favorite thing about Okarun is something that I, in my old ass age, have just recently started to learn how to do. It's the ability to shut up your insecurities, turn off your brain, and just work. There's times where you're gonna feel some type of way, you're gonna feel emotional building, you're gonna want, for lack of a better term, you feel like crashing out, or you feel so depressed that you don't want to do anything. Okarun, my favorite attribute about Okarun is that one, his respect for women off the charts. Two, his ability to, even though his mind could be racing, even though his heart's feeling one thing and his head's telling him another thing, at times when it's time to step up and just perform, that is exactly what he does. It is a beautiful thing to see. I fucking love it. Next on the list, we got Sung Jin Woo, the goddamn solo leveler. He is an example of getting power, but not forgetting where you came from. He's a great example of I will build, I will grind, I will do whatever it takes. I will sacrifice for those I care about, but at the end of the day, I'm doing this on my own and I'm going to fight hand, tooth, nail to get what belongs to me and what I want. And if you can't admire that, I don't know what to tell you. It also helps, like, his transformation from a boy to a man look dope as hell. Hearing his inner monologue and his thought process as he's leveling, amazing. The world building around him, the plot around him, dope as hell. But just as a character himself, he just dope, bro. I don't know what else to say about it. Last but not least, we got my homeboy, me and the old man Kafka. This is another example of a guy who, like, he tried to live life. He got beat down by life. He let life hold him down for a little bit, but now he realizes this is his last chance to really rise to the occasion, his last chance to take one last reach of greatness, son. And I feel that. If you know my story, you know my history, you'll know that I went through a whole lot of things that held me down. I let them beat them down and berate me and turn me to a person who I didn't recognize. And then one day I took my life back in my own hands. And son, here the fuck we are now, right? Me and Kafka, we like this, son. It's something you won't understand till you break a certain age point, but that's the man right there. Kafka, me and him, we go way back. So these are my 4 nominees for Best MC of the Year. And if I had an honorable mention, who would I give an honorable mention to right now? Honestly, right now, I don't have an honorable mention. Oh, no, I lied. I know who my honorable mention would be. It's Sagi from Blue Lock. That's who my honorable mention will go to. If I had to choose a Best MC, his ascent in his story in this season of Blue Lock was just all around dope as absolute fuck. I already knew he was MC, and I have this theory underlying in Blue Lock that at a certain point in Blue Lock, Ego was like, I think this kid's the one. I'm going to start catering the program to him. And if anybody here, Walter Salt, is at least as good as him, they'll do better than he's going to do. It's like, this is the worst player at Blue Lock. I'm going to make him the best player. I'm going to cater lessons directly to him. And everybody around him that's already good, if they pick up on the lessons I'm teaching him, they'll get better. He'll never catch them. But if he does everything I tell him to do, he will be the best damn player here. And that's just my theory, and that's why I give him Best MC. Because he's following the program, son. He's following the program, he's rising to the occasion, and he's fucking performing. If you can't respect that, what are we talking about now? What are we talking about right now? So with that being said, Cry-kun, you know what? Usagi didn't do shit? Stop. Cry-kun, Cry's okay, but man. What's going on, Golden? You already know now. We already know why. With that being said, okay, OG, right. With that being said, Best MC of 2024 goes to that man, Sung Drip Woo, because that's what they call him in the streets. Sung Drip Woo. Yeah, I gave it to him because solo leveling was dope. I love this character progression. I love the story of him. I love that even though he's powerful, he remains humble. He doesn't forget where he came from. He's doing it for his mama. He respects women. I'm down with the man Sung, bro. The man he is, the man he's becoming. I'm very glad that what happened to him. Not because of the trauma, because if anybody deserves this kind of, to wield this kind of power, time and time again throughout the show and what I've seen depicted in the anime so far, it is him. He is truly worthy, not only through his actions, but through his mental state, through his dedication, and just just around all around survivability. He's fucking dope, bro. So we got the Sung Jin Woo as best MC of the year. It was a close one on this one. If I didn't give it to Sung, I would have given it to Kafka personally. I know this one is going to be a little bit controversial. I would like to hear what some of y'all's best MCs of the year is, or who you would choose as deserving of the #1 spot over Sung. I want to know. Make sure you comment below. Make sure you drop it in goddamn Spotify. Kiswagi, Gas Stop, Cry. Nah, I don't know. I don't know. Me personally, I like this choice. The next award goes Best Boy. Now, as you see, everybody here is another MC. But when I was trying to think of the best boys of the season that weren't like MCs, I was like, you know what? I can't really think of like. I had a hard time like, yo, who's some good side supporting characters who could just win Best Boy? It's one of those things. I was like, you know what? I'm just gonna make a separate category for people who just did all right. They're good in my book. And the thing about this Best Boy is I feel like besides one nominee, most of these boys were not in their own show too much. They very much played a second fiddle. We'll start with Okarun. Okarun, hey man, he was already in this. He was already nominated for Best MC. He dropped down to Best Boy. He is a co-MC with the Shawty, with Miss Ayez, with Momo. He kind of co's with her. So like, although he is an MC, he's still part of a boy group because she kind of runs the show sometimes. Again, I can't say no more good things about Okarun, stand-up dude. We got Ichigo for Best Boy from Bleach. I'll tell you right now, this dude was on screen for like, I don't know, one whole episode of his own entire season. However, my goat Kubo was fucking cooking in the background with his writing. He made sure that the times he showed up, it mattered. And of course, he was doing what he does best, trying to save Soul Society, but at the same time, falling for dumb tricks. I still don't know how he ended up tooted. I was real surprised at him. It's one of those things like, yo, if they wanted you dead, bro, you would probably be dead right here. That or you have to turn up. Either way, my boy Ichigo, Best Boy nominee. Next, we got Subaru. Subaru was all over his season. He was actually stepping up and doing some great stuff, understanding his situation, but also having a warm, helping hand to everybody around him. He gave this speech this season that had the people going crazy. Me personally, I thought the speech was good, but after that speech, I'd be like, you feel inspired? I don't know if I feel inspired. People be like, I feel inspired. I'm like, okay, we're inspired. Got it. Cool. Dope. Next for Best Boy, we got that boy, the 25th Bam. Also known as Jew Grace Viola, if you really want to go call him by his mama's name. But yeah, honestly, Bam is just such a sweet kid. I don't know what else to say about him. The fact that this entire season slash arc, he just runs around just trying to protect people, but has no clue what he's doing. He's like the epitome of like a glass cannon where he might blow at any moment, but you don't know if he's going to destroy himself or something else. He's very much just trying to do stuff, bro. And he's just the kind of kid you just want to sit down and be like, you want some ice cream, buddy? Let's get you some ice cream. Because he don't know what he got. He don't know what he's doing, bro. He's just trying his hardest. So that's why he gets nominated for Best Boy. And this category, this really could have been anybody. I thought about putting Ishida in here. I thought about putting Himmel in here. I thought about putting Deku in this one too. I was thinking about putting Tanjiro, but that season of Demon Slayer was a good setup season, but man. Yeah. Anywho's, so the award for Best Boy goes to Cosmo. Could have been in there. Cosmo was a bad boy. Cosmo's a bad boy though. I could put Cosmo on the best boy. Actually, you know what? You know what? Let me take that back. This season, Cosmo was a good boy. Nah, I know he wasn't. He went. Nah, he was. He was a good boy. Let me not talk down my boy Kazuma. The best boy goes to Okarun. I feel like there was an easy choice on my side. He's just a boy. He's really just a boy trying to be good for a girl, and he's dope. His show is fire. He's a co-lead. I really enjoyed his moment to himself of having to overcome his own anxiety, having to overcome his own thoughts and insecurities. It really smoked to me on a personal level. Bleach and Ichigo, it was all smoke this season. The growth is done, the fade is being ran. That's dope, but that doesn't make you best boy. Same thing goes for Subaru. Subaru has actually shown a lot of growth in this season. I still identify with Subaru, but I just felt like Okarun spoke to me more. And of course, last but not least, Bam, the 25th. Honestly, he's just so fucking innocent, bro. He's just so innocent. He just fit into the best boy aesthetic. In hindsight, I feel like I would go back. I feel like for best boy, I would go back and maybe put Bachira. Because that's really who my best boy secretly is in my heart. Pause. But if not Bachira, I definitely could have put Deku in here. But if I put Deku up against Okarun, I'm still picking Okarun though. That's the thing. When I really think about it, I think about it in depth. Any best boy for the season I'd put against Okarun, they gonna lose, bro. Bell, nah. Honestly, I like Okarun more than Bell. And then I think about what's the homie from damn, I'm not gonna remember. Yeah, but nah. I like this choice. Best boy goes to Okarun. Okarun. And next category, we got best girl. Yeah, best motherfucking girl. Look, this is a category that I thoroughly enjoy. I love, I love, I love. You already know, everybody on this channel knows we love the shawties, and the shawties love us. Well, actually, no, they don't. They just kind of deal with us if I'm being real with you. It's very, no, let me stop. Anyways, yeah, we're gonna get into the best girl category of the season, of the year, not of the season. Funny enough, most of the best girls just came from this recent season. I'm not gonna hold you. If I had to throw in, if I had to throw in an honorable mention, I'd give honorable mention to Fern from frieren. Fern was like such a refreshing character. She was like, I've never seen them do stoic but soft woman so well. Like, she's very firm. She doesn't talk too much, but she's firm. She's strong. She's powerful. But at the same time, she's very girly. It's a very good job they did with her. Very good mix. But when I put her up against all the other shawties on this list, it's like she's just a little bit on the outside looking in. Maybe it's recency bias. I don't know. But I feel like when I was thinking of best girls of the year, best girls of the season, the best girls of the season, I keep saying that. You could tell Fern got that from frieren. Honestly, possibly. Bella's just one of my book just for licking ice cream off of Cassandra. This guy, I actually do like that. No, Shadow. I didn't read that. I have to pretend like I didn't read that. I don't know if that's a future telling or if that's a past telling, but yes, I do agree that's annoying. So best girl, we got Momo Ayes from Dan to Dan. Honestly, my moments that I love with Momo the best are the ones where she does this thing where when Okarun tries to pull away, she understands what he's doing and why he's doing it, and she just steps that foot forward to make sure it's like, hey, come here. That's not what we do here. Do it right. Like the scene where she's like, bye, and he walks away, he's like, sayonara. She's like, sayonara? That nigga not gonna talk to me ever again? Hey, you boy! Yeah, you! Say bye back, sucker! And it's like, she always does a bridge. And she always does this thing where she gives him the benefit of a doubt no matter what's going on. She might react, she might explode, but at the end of the day, she'll always put a pause and like, wait a minute. If I know my man Okarun, he ain't really like that. Whatever I'm thinking, that's not what he's doing or what he's about. Let me peel back and find out what the fuck is going on. That trait, amazing. Not to mention, she's strong as hell. I love her powers. I love her granny. Oh my god, I love her granny. But Momo, dope character. Great co-lead on the show, especially with the chemistry with her and Okarun. The next best girl is Ranma. Yeah, that's right. I said Ranma. Look, say what you will about the shawties of the year. Ranma is the only MC that could possibly be like, are you best boy or are you best girl? Ranma, yo, look, the fact that Ranma clears in his own show tells you everything you need to know. There's a lot of good shawties in Ranma. There's an older sister, there's a middle sister, there's a crazy girl with the rose whip, there's other crazy girl with the ice skates, there's a crazy girl that lives in, Akane, haha. There's Shampoo, the crazy girl in the show. Yeah, the fact that Ranma clears every shoddy in his own show, every shawty in their own show is enough to be nominated for best girl. That's just all I gotta say about it. That Ron was here, so be it. The next choice is of course Amelia from ReZero. Amelia had a great season. She showed up. She showed the hell out against the witches cult. She was doing in work. She was She then got snatched, and she's holding it down with her captor, and she's letting it be known this is not what love is. This ain't how you do stuff. I know you gonna stamp on all these other people's dreams, but you're not stomping on mine. My night's coming, son. You better watch your back. And she really stood up. Of course, I think my favorite part of this season is the fact that she was really out here just thugging. And there was a moment where she snuck in. She was captured. She was snooping around. She found something, and she just passed on information like a G. She said, "Don't worry about me. I'm good. I'm gonna handle business on this side. Y'all go do what y'all gotta do." She saved another shawty's life. Anytime you save a shawty from the grave, you are good in my book, bro. I don't know how to say that enough. Keep the shawties out the dirt, and you're gonna make it on a good list. Santa's list, not any other list. We're not gonna talk about. But yeah, Amelia having a great season, having a good time. She made the nominees. And last but not least, we got Dorsey. Dorsey. The richest, most beautifulest, most thickest princess of Jihad, who's out here bodying people left, right, and center, trying to get down to the mystery of who took her man. And where is he? He owes her a date. I feel like she wasn't used very much this season, but in the moments that she was used, she was very capable. She was very smart, very cerebral. She managed to track down Bam. She took out one of these big ass machines that they're like, oh, you gotta be like a level blah 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 to get it to be able to take. Yo, she bodied that shit. As a Prince of Jihad, she gets first dibs on almost everything. And of course, within Dorsey, you know he let that body. Dorsey's just like everything. I don't know what else you could want in a shawty. So with that being said, best girl award goes to, as you probably know already, and Dorsey, the Princess of Jihad. I would never go against a Princess of Jihad. Not in my whole goddamn life. I'll tell you what. And I ain't gonna start being a fool today. Not to mention, I ain't gonna hold you. Of all the shawties on the list, look, shout out to Ranma for being the first of their kind to make it on the list. Shout out to Amelia for having a dope season and being cool. Shout out to Momo Ais, who really just lost because at the very simple end of the day, I'm obsessed with Dorsey. I don't normally talk about 2D characters like this, but goddamn Dorsey, you could ruin my life, run my pockets, send me back to 600-pound life. I don't care. The things I would do, the only thing I ask Dorsey, please, I'm down on bending knee. Dorsey, put the heels back on. Put the heels back on. Bam. Bam, I don't know why you told her to take the heels off. It's why I'll never really fuck with you secretly in my heart. But Dorsey, put the heels back on. Please. The shoes are cool, but I can't see them feet. Outfits look better in heels a lot of times. I don't often tell women what to do, but damn, I would love it if Dorsey would go back to the heels. It would fix me, or at least a lot of things in my life. Probably nothing in my life, but I would like to see it. Yeah, bring back the heels. Yeah. Sheer willpower. Shout out to Komari from Akane and Ren from Pseudo Harem for those who watched it. You know what? For best girl, yeah. For best girl, shout out to Komari. That's a good honorable mention. Oh, actually, I got a couple honorable mentions for best girl. A couple honorable mentions, because I'm peace. Yo, shout out to Komari. Shout out to Alia. Shout out to Alia's sister, too. Damn. Shout out to my girl Nemu. Shout out to Nemu. Ooh, there was a lot of good girls this season. This year. I keep saying this season. What is wrong with me? There's a lot of good shawties this year. Very tough list, but Dorsey clears them all for this year, in my opinion. And it is purely a vanity thing. I ain't gonna hold you. If I had to choose based on substance, show, character, and a whole bunch of other things like criteria, I would probably say I'd probably said Fern, Frieren, or Momo Ais. Or of course, if I really wanted to go into the bag, as Golden said earlier, Mao from Apothecary Diaries. But the Apothecary Diaries had this unfortunate thing where like 8 of the episodes were in 2023, or like 20 episodes were in 2023, and then like 6 of the episodes were like in 2024. So I put Apothecary Diaries with 2023. Or I think the first core finished in 2023. So I put Apothecary Diaries with 2023 and not 2024. Shout out to Mao, because honestly, if I was considering Apothecary Diaries, she would have won and cleared, and it wouldn't even been close. But and Dorsey is at the top of the game right now. Princess Rights, that's that shit. That's that shit. I won't hold you. You won't hold me. And Dorsey came with Best Girl. I won't hold you, and you won't hold me. And Dorsey came with Best Girl just because she's in Dorsey Princess Rights. No, honestly, facts. You liking Dorsey's new hair? I don't have a problem with it. I don't have a problem with it. I just want the heels back, honestly. I just want the heels back. Our next award is Best ED Ending Song. I'm telling you, again, another year of fantastic ending songs, bro. Fantastic fucking ending songs. First off, of course, we got Danmachi Season 5. Woo! Woo! The Freya ED goes crazy! Oh my god. If you have no, I'm not gonna lie. Stay tuned to the end of this video because we're gonna watch the Freya ED because you need to know the goldenness that you are missing. Cause god damn it's good. Whoo! Whoo! And I'm not gonna lie, the song, as the season goes on, the words to the song make more sense with the ED and with the theme of the show, which really enhances the ED. Because there's times where the episode ends and then they hit you with the Freya foot picks in the back pick, and then you start listening to the words slowly but surely while you're staring at Freya, and the whole aesthetic comes together, and it's like, wow, this is fucking cinema, bro. Oh man, it's fucking good. Look, if you don't watch Danmachi, you're missing out on a good show. But like, listen to the fucking ED of season 5. Oh man, sometimes I regret not bringing the talents and look. Anyways, the next on the list is the Gushing Over Magical Girls ED. I actually love the tone it brought to the end of the show, because there's times where like the show would end on a high note and then the theme hits and you're like, what the fuck? And there's times that the show ends like at a sinister tone and then the end show, ED hits and you're like, wait, what the fuck? It was just like a fire ass song in general, and I thought it brought a really good juxtaposition to the end of a lot of episodes. It will honestly it was just fun. It was just a good ED. There's not many EDs that I listen to over and over again or repeatedly. Gushing was one where we would literally be like, yeah, turn that bitch up, and we jam out to it. I fuck with the Gushing ED. Next on the list is goddamn Oshinoko Season 2. Let me tell you right now, that Ruby one, oh man, it's so good. Look, I don't look like it, racism, but I like a good rock song. And I'll tell you, that ED for Oshinoko, that shit would fucking hit, bro. And then it would hit in the craziest way because you would hear like the wildest fucking story or the wildest ending to the fucking show, and it would come through it. I'm crazy over you, and you're still fucking reeling for some shit that just happened. You're like, did she just see a dead body? And then they're just fucking playing this beautiful ass rock song, bro. It's like, what the fuck is happening here? Oh my god. And then outside of how they would use it to end the show, which was fucking insane in its own right, the song itself was dope. It talks directly to the shit that's happening in the show once again. The visuals that they put with the song is fucking harrowing. You just know it has the perfect amount of pop on top with the sinister synth underneath that you listen to the song and you're like, this sounds so hopeful and soulful and beautiful, but why do I feel like I'm watching this as someone is actively taking their last breath in front of me? And they execute that feeling to fucking perfection. Oh my god. If you don't know, you better go find out. And of course, last but not least, we got the Konosuba ED. Konosuba ED. This one, I thought was a fire ED. Honestly, one of the better EDs from throughout the season. I put it over a lot of things. Let me think. What's the honorable mentions? Frieren ED, get to honorable mention. That one was okay. Masho's ED was I'm not gonna act like I'm in love with it because I think Masho's ED suffered because the opening was so damn good though. That's part of the problem. if your opening is fire, your closing is gonna be like, I don't know. And shout out to what was I thinking of that was at the beginning of the year? Ooh. It's not gonna come to me. It's not gonna come to me. It's not gonna come to me. But yeah, the Oshinoko OD or Oshinoko's OD. So these are the four up for grabs right now. And the best ED of the year goes to, y'all might be surprised, but it's the motherfucking Oshinoko ED. I ain't gonna lie to you, this was a close one. Like, it was very, very, very motherfucking close between Oshinoko and the goddamn Danmachi number 5. On one hand, the Danmachi number 5 ED legitimately almost brought me to tears a couple times because like there's a couple episodes where Belle goes through like the ultimate despair and like you're feeling down from the episode and then they hit you with this beautiful music and then some Freya body shots and it's like it's enough to make any grown man like want to well up in tears. I ain't gonna lie, there's a couple times if you're on Patreon and you watch the EDs, you might see me wipe my eyes. I'm like, man, this is beautiful, man. I'm like, god damn, this is just some shit. And then on the other hand, you got the Oshinoko ED who won the award that would literally drive me insane. I cannot tell you how many times that after we're done with the reaction, it's like the song's coming on, it's like, everybody shut the fuck up. And we'll collectively start fucking jamming, and then we get into the discussion, which is rare for us as a channel. It's very rare. Usually it's like, yeah, turn the ED down. We gotta talk about, we're gonna discuss when we get to the next video. No, with Oshinoko, we let that bitch run. And sometimes we would replay it. And then the icing on the motherfucking cake that is the Oshinoko ED is they would change it. I don't know if they wanted you to notice or not, but they would make such subtle changes throughout the season. At first, I thought I was going crazy, and then Adorable thought she was going crazy. She's like, "Did you see the ED change?" We're like, "Nah, it's the same ED." And at the end of the season, when they actually changed the ED, it's like, "Oh shit!" And then we have to go back and be like, "Oh, they did change the ED once or twice." Just very little subtle things about it, though. Very little subtle things about it. And yeah, fucking amazing, bro. If you haven't heard Burning, I even know the name. That's how you know I fuck with it. Burning, the Burning ED from Oshinoko season 2. Yo, you gotta go listen to it. If you haven't watched the show, watch the show and then listen to the ED. Oh my god, the way it fucking hits, bro. Like it's one of those things like this, like Game of Thrones in like 2014. You have to be there to understand how fucking goated it is. Like if you just listen to the song and watch the visuals, you'd be like, "Oh yeah, this is cool." What you need to happen is you need to get like your heart broken, like right in the middle of an episode, and then the ED kicks in, and you're like, there's a couple times I've really dry heaved at how hard it hit me. Crazy. Eminence 2023 season 2 in the winter 24. Am I tripping? Nobles Fall 23. I always get fall and winter mix. It's a blur. Shout out to Aya ED from changing the ED. Oh, I will say that. Good shout out. That's a good shout. Shout out to the Alia ED for changing every episode. Shout out to the Losing Heroines for doing a different ED for each shoddy that they had. I did like that too. But yeah, those are my honorable mentions. I already talked about the Freya ED. Look, I got how close it was between between the Danmachi and the Oshinoko. It was close, man. Like no bullshit, as close as it can be. Comment down below what was y'all's favorite ED. Comment the name and what show it's from, though. I really want to know because I've seen like I said, most shows the ED kicks on and we just turn the volume down. We listen to it once or twice, but like if it's not a banging ED, you're not gonna see us listen to it. But this one, bro, every goddamn time, every motherfucking time, bro. Matter of fact, on my stream playlist, this ED is the second song on the stream playlist. If y'all want to listen to the stream playlist, funny enough, my stream playlist brings in like, I think last I checked, my stream playlist brings in 20K views to my channel. Mind you, my stream playlist is not even like, it's none of my music. I just curated a playlist that I play for the stream. 20K views to the channel. I didn't even know people go looking out for playlists like that. It blew my mind, but it's pretty fucking dope. I feel like people might just fuck with me because of my music taste, which is like interesting and weird because I got like a bunch of anime openings and EDs, and I got like some, and then I got like some Otaku God, and then I got some no, what's it, Rustage. So like it's just a whole bunch of anime stuff. But hey, if the people like it, I love it. I appreciate y'all. Cause I ain't gonna hold you. Anime music, it's good music. Next category we got is best romance. Daisuke, 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 baby. Say it to me. It's the words we wait to hear every time we turn on one of these romance animes. I was gonna put rom-com, but I realized not every romance anime is a rom-com. Sometimes it's just rom, and that's what we do. This is tough. Of the four nominees for this season, for the year of 2024 is Blue Box. We got Dangers in My Heart season 2. We got Ranma making another appearance in his homie form with his shawty Akane, and we have Alia popping up because she won't hide her feelings in Russian. This category is always a stacked one. I didn't realize when it happened, but romance animes at some point in my life became my favorite animes to watch. They tend to bring the most of everything together the best. A good romance anime will give you the feelings, it'll give you the growth, it'll give you sometimes battle shonen levels of animation, but it'll also leave you like a slightly better person or even potentially understanding somebody else's point of view or or being able to deal with yourself in ways that you didn't realize you were doing in your regular life. If you're watching further content, because a lot of people who watch romance anime can't land the bitch, and then there's those of us who watch romance anime and then we go on and get one. You got to make sure you're in the latter, not the former. You know what I mean? Go get them. Don't lose them. Don't just watch all this romance and not go get none. Capiche? Cool. So straight up right now, I will say my honorable mention goes to Too Many Losing Heroines. It did not make this list for no reason other than every single one of these other shows moved me a little bit more. I feel like with Too Many Losing Heroines, and I feel okay saying this because I already know y'all not gonna fuck with me anyways. I feel like that debate at the end of the season between the main dude and between Izumizuki and the main girl Anna, there's elements of it that just rub me wrong. I don't know. Maybe I'm tripping. Maybe the community got to me because they didn't like a lot of the things that I had to say during the season that I want for him, whoever he wants, but I feel like he should not go with Anna. I feel like Anna has been kind of doing too much, in what's in the hot potato? What's it called? The hokey pokey. She's in, she's out, she's in, she's out. She's a great friend. Let Nizumiku keep her as a great friend. But her and him, the whole dynamic they're trying to set up with them, it kind of I also feel like there was episodes in the season that were kind of slow and not impactful, but still fun, if that makes sense. So that's kind of the reason why Too Many Losing Heroines, it was good. I enjoyed it, but it was not beating anything on this list for me. It just was not going to beat anything on this list for me. That's all I could say. That's all I could say. Um Pseudo harm. I didn't see pseudo harm, unfortunately, brother Golden. Did not see it, but when I do, if I do, I'll let you know. So for the four nominees, we got Blue Box. A very mature so far. It is a very mature, good story with two characters thrust into a situation where he likes her, she moves in, and then he learns that, oh shit, she might like me. And then they go through this song and dance. It's kind of like bacha. It's kind of bacha, where they're trying to figure out who and what they are. And of course, I bow down to no one but the Hina Supremacy in the show Blue Box. But we introduce her, and she seems like she's going to be with Anna as a losing heroine, but I am oddly found myself rooting for her. And of course, in this situation, it's always I want what the MC wants for himself is a political take. My non-political take is, yo, take Hina, bro. I know you like Chi Senpai, but take Hina, bro. I just want to throw that out there. But Blue Box so far has been the perfect amount of wholesome, toxic sports, growth progression, and really a good, very relatable look at how you kind of have to balance your feelings with someone when you don't quite know how they feel about you. I also like the obliviousness that Taiki has, where it's not that he doesn't know she's doing something, and it's not that he's not considering that she's doing it because she likes him. It's that he takes in the information and he says, I feel like this is accurate, but until I clear it, I'm not gonna do nothing with it. And I like that about him. I like that a lot. I like that about him a lot. The next on the list, Dangers in My Heart, season 2, are unexpectedly one of the best male romance MCs in most romance animes. His progression and his growth from where he started, the hate to the love he has and shares with Anna, the way he is when he knows it's time to step up, he steps up. The way he does the manly thing, even though he's scared. There's something I like about it. I think Lee says it the most. He loves him. He loves him like a coward that's not afraid to act. And I very much feel like our homie, Koi. I never know how to say that KYO name. He's very much the same. Where he gonna be scared, but he gonna step up. Perfect example in the last season. Yo, there's this dude that's trying to holler at his girl, and this dude thinks he's so high value that he's like, "Oh, you hang out with her, but you can't be her man. Obviously not. So let me ask you. Let me ask you. How should I holler at her?" And he goes, "Don't." Now he's supposed to be scared of this dude. But he's like, "Nah, that's my girl. You think I'm gonna tell you how to get at my girl? You're stupid. You're crazy. Not a fucking chance." And he puts his foot down. And he does that multiple times. And then there's times where he goes out of his way to disservice himself to make sure that he stays out of her way and lets her achieve her dreams. But at the same time, she wants him to interfere because she likes him. It's a beautiful fucking dynamic between the two, between Yamada and Ko. It's fucking amazing. It is one of the most adult. The show does a good job as making them feel so adult because of the nature of Anna's job. It gives it a real adult feeling theme, but with younger characters. And I just don't know how to capture that into words better. That the things that they go through, if you're over the age of like 20, this is kind of what you deal with shawties. There's an element of, oh my God, I dealt with this, but he's doing better than I did. I crashed out. I started saying, "You're not choosing me." I became a burden and got in the way. Or I saw she gave me the sign of what she wanted. I didn't take it. And this kid's fucking doing it. It's like, how is this kid braver than me? He's actually out of his league. I'm not. But sorry, I shouldn't have said that. My boy is not out of his league, but let's be objective. He got a fucking baddie, bro. And he's just trying to keep up. And he acts sometimes in a better way than I would at the time of what I was getting. So that's why I like Dangers. Ranma was just a surprise, bro. Absolutely surprised. I love the chemistry between Ranma and Akane. I don't actually know if they belong together, but they make me believe that they belong together. It's the weirdest thing ever. Excuse me. They argue, but they look out for each other. The way they show each other that they care is very unique. It's very not humble. It's very it's very endearing because she doesn't want him to get hurt, so she'll put herself in danger. But he's like, "Girl, I don't need you to protect me. Like, you spent your whole life protecting everyone around you. Let me protect you. That's why I jump into danger." So you got this constant back and forth where he's in danger. She steps up to help him. He gets into more danger because he doesn't want her to step up. She steps up because he's in danger. He's like, "Girl, let me protect you." She's like, "I gotta protect you." And they just do this back and forth dance. But my favorite part about their dynamic and their chemistry is that in the same way she will step up to be a thug, he has this ability because he's so fucking thugging in his own right that he gives her the space to be soft. And we get those soft, nice moments with Akane that she normally would never get to have or experience because she's always a thug in everything that she does. And there's something about being able to execute that well that just gives Ranma like an edge over every other romance that's currently running. It's just a good edge, bro. It's fantastic. It's a fantastic line of tension where Ranma is him, Akane is her, but Ranma is so him that he allows Akane to just be a girl. Because I'm not saying she's not feminine, she's not girly, she doesn't do girly stuff, but she's very rough and tumble. But when she's with him, she's like she seems soft, which is a good thing for a shawty. So being able to execute that in an anime is another level of impressive that I can't begin to express because I lack the verbal ability to deliver that for you. So I'll have to settle with peak cinema. And then we have Alia feelings and Hydra feelings in Russian. This one had the nice little twist in it that is my favorite part. He knows that she likes him, but he can't say anything about it because then he has to admit to her that he knows Russian and that he knows what she's been saying from day one. And revealing that would potentially ruin everything. There's a certain element that I like of she thinks she's teasing me, but secretly I like that shit. And he gets that little toxic side of it where it's like, she already likes me. I know she likes me and I like her. I just got to build myself up for her and I got to find a way to make this happen naturally without her ever finding out that I know she liked me already. And then go. And then go. And then so we just end up in these dope situations, these dope dynamics of her trying to press him, trying to impress, and imprint on him. But he's like, girl, you already got me. You're hot. You're cute. We get along. We're both smart. We work hard. Like, but watching you do all this, it's amazing. It's like thank you. So it's dope. I also like that Mishka-kun. He's capable in his own right. He's smart. Again, just like the other MCs in this, he is a manly man, whether he knows it or not. He just makes the man move. And there's something about that I inspire to do and be, and that I respect greatly. Anytime you could depict different levels and different kinds of manliness in your anime, I'm gonna have a deep appreciation for it. But these are the 4 nominees. Honestly, it was a toss up. It was truly a toss up for the entire category because every one of them does exactly what they're supposed to do perfectly to a T. However, one show did have just a slight edge, and in this one, I'm giving it to The Dangers in My Heart. And I gotta tell you, it's for a petty reason. All the MCs were equal footing, in my opinion. All the MCs were equal of footing. Legitimately. They all presented me and gave me a new definition, a new perspective on like relationships. It really came down to the chemistry with the partners and whatever the encompassing story was in the background. The reason I chose Dangers in My Heart is because Yamada Anna is the thickest of them all. That's it. No, I'm joking. Now if I'm being honest, yes, she is the thickest of them all, but their dynamic is most appealing to me, if I'm being real with you. It's two people who like each other, who constantly fight for each other, not with each other, looking at you, Ramna and Akane, who fight for each other, and they know that you could work in the background for a certain amount of time, but there's a moment in time where you have to step up to the plate and say what you want to get what you want or say what you need to get what you need. And there's a certain element of you have to give the open door, you got to give the space for that to even happen. And this show depicts that very well, where Kyo feels like he could go to Anna and say what he needs to say. It takes him forever sometimes. And a lot of times when he gets it out, he's trembling, but he gets it out. And then in turn, he created an environment where Anna could really say, I like you, but I gotta go to this shoot. If I don't go do this thing, I'm gonna forever wonder. I thought I was okay giving it up for you, but I don't want to give it up. And he's like, girl, I don't want you to give it up. Go to the fucking shoot. We're gonna be okay. And then resolving that just so beautifully, the way they have their issues and resolve them, the way they press on each other, most times Kyo getting pushed by Anna, but the way he responds in kind, and in times he responds, he goes above and beyond, it just speaks volumes to him as a character, and it's really, really dope. With Alia, Alia started off good, and then the romance portion kind of fell off in lieu of a growth arc, which I'm not mad at because it played well. But as far as voting for a romance, it kind of lost out at the end for that reason. Blue Box lost out because again, Blue Box isn't over yet. There's a lot of episodes out. I thought Blue Box is done after 13 episodes. I thought we watched a finale. That's the only reason I even made this list. The fact that the second court came out back to back, I wouldn't even put it with 2024 anime if I'm being real with you, because I thought the season finale was done. I thought it was done. But then it continued. And I'm like, oh shit, there's more. But still, great romance, not finished. Story's not done yet. So I didn't feel right giving it the award on this. Not to mention, if I'm being true with you, if I gotta put Blue Box where it is right now to where Danger Season 2 is, yeah, Dangerous is clearing. And then when it comes to Ranma, again, I thought it was a good surprise rom-com. I love the dynamics, but I feel like I learned more from Dangerous than I did from Ranma. No knock to Ranma whatsoever. Still one of the best romances of the season. Cleared a lot of other things, but yeah. The friend circles are also top tier in these. Can't forget them. Ooh, I like that. I like that. That's the other thing that makes a romance show good. The supporting cast plays a pivotal role in either antagonistically or protagonistically. Either they help the couple or they hurt the couple. All the circles in Blue Box, Alia, and Dangers, top tier, without a doubt. And Ranma, terrible fucking circle, bro. And I'm just talking about Ryuga the pig. That's the only one who's terrible. The rest of them, not bad. All the other shorties are trying to break them up besides the sisters. But yeah, gotta give it to Dangers, bro. Gotta give it to Dangers. It's a fantastic show. One thing I learned is that who you want usually isn't your match. Ooh, it's who you're comfortable with. Ooh, don't hurt my soul, bro. Don't hurt my soul. Which in a sense, their experience in life early, which in a sense is the loss of anything. Oh, red line at that. That's not even a circle on Rama. It's a line, a red line at that. It's a thin line. A very thin line. Okay, we're getting to the back end. The next award we got is Best Comedy. Best Comedy of the season goes to Konosuba. Konosuba Season 3, I've said it once, I've said it twice, I'll say it for the third time for the number of seasons that they had. Konosuba, pound for pound, had a fantastic season. They did a great job building on everything world-wise and story-wise that we've already seen and depicted. I love it when an author takes little elements and little pieces of story from previous seasons that seemed like it was nothing and weave it into later seasons to really make it come to fruition. That's why Kubo is my GOAT. I've seen other authors kind of do it, try to do it, but nobody does it like Kubo. And then on top of that, Konosuba did a fantastic job at it this season. It was without doubt the best comedy of the year by far. My honorable mention for comedy of the year goes to Let This Grieving Soul Retire. That was pretty funny. I saw that recently, but I can't rate it as funnier in Konosuba. A lot of the gags in Let This Grieving Soul Retire is centered around. It's very much the same thing as the Eminence effect, where I say something and it accidentally comes true. I say something and it accidentally comes true. I'm being vague, but I was so vague that people think I'm a genius. They did it different. They did it funny, but it's something I've seen before. Konosuba is doing it like no one else right now. Literally belly laughs, bro. It's not very often I belly laugh watching something. I would belly laugh watching Konosuba. It was that damn funny this season. The darkness moments, the Megami moments, anything with Kaz and that princess was fucking hilarious. The trash fucking Dutch that just wants to grab up on darkness, he's fucking disgusting. But anytime we got the clown on him was a dope moment. It was just a great fucking season for comedy, and specifically for Konosuba. Elusive Samurai was another show that wasn't supposed to be funny, but it was funny because it was like the juxtaposition they did at times. So shout out to Elusive Samurai for accidentally being funny, and additionally shout out to Uzumaki for accidentally being funny. That show was not supposed to be funny. It was supposed to be a horror, but that shit was fucking hilarious. The number of times I laughed in Uzumaki was actually more than some of the other comedy animes that we saw. And I don't say that lightly. I mean actually fucking funny shit. But comedy of the year, Konosuba Season 3. What do you guys think was a better comedy this year? I can't really think of any off the top of my head. I feel like the comedy genre when it comes to comedy genre when it comes to anime is one that's not very robust, or at least one that I don't get to see a lot of. typically if a show is funny, it has other things in it. It's either like a rom-com or it's like an isekai com. I don't like calling it isekai com, but I'm specifically thinking of the Eki show. What's the one where they're trying different shawties? Interspecies Reviewers was funny, but it was Eki first. It was Eki, then it's funny. Ecchi, it was Ecchi, then it was funny, you know, but not funny enough, and also not from this year for me to be like, yeah, this is actually like a comedy show. This is hilarious. You know what I mean? Derpy album cosplay, yeah. That is becoming. Then it hit you with the soka, sora ne. Naruhodo. The Naruhodos, when they actually have no clue what they're doing or why they want to say Naruhodo right now, is actually the best. Sorry, I'm petting my cat right now. Right, bees? Yeah. But yeah, actually, peak comedy. Next category is best isekai. Best isekai went to Mushoku Tensei. The isekai genre is usually packed with a lot of choices. When I really looked at what we watched this year, the two that stuck out to me was Slime and Mushoku Tensei. And Alpharetta. Sorry, let me not discredit Alpharetta. But Alpharetta is still currently running number one. Also, Alpharetta does exactly what it's supposed to do, but it doesn't wow me anymore. Alpharetta has big time lost its wow factor. Now it sticks to the script and it knows what it's doing. And I'm watching because I like the gimmicks and I like the story. I just want to see where it ends, right? But it doesn't really anymore. This season of Slime had its moments of comedy. It had its moments of thugging. It had a lot of fucking world building, which what it does best. But as an overall isekai in this season where it's at, it really had kind of a lull of a season. It was very much like setting up for the next big bad thing, but like it was an okay season. I do like the stuff they did with the seven churches and the 7 days clergy and how they got bodied. I love the nation, the putting in their own king, taking over the other nation. It was a good season, but it was not seeing Mushoku Tensei, bro. Mushoku was fucking cooking left, right, and center. We got a disgruntled other isekai person who just wants to go home, which is the oddest thing because normally when somebody gets isekai, and most isekais, they get isekai and they're happy there. But this girl had a good life when she got isekai, and she wants to get back to it by any means possible. She's not acclimating to the new world very well. She absolutely hates it. And honestly, she was isekai differently from Rudy was. She was just isekai as she is, and she's here. Rudy came through with other means, or he was like reborn into the world. So he has a different outlook on this isekai, and also he happened to be older. This girl was literally transported how she was. Bam, she's here, and she's just been here. So I feel her pain. I really, really do. I love the story of the risk he was taking. It's like the man God gave him two choices, and neither one of them seemed better. And what I love is that the choices were just so fucking real, and there's no take backsies, bro. There's just no take backsies. So he's went. He got a new bitch. His old bitch said he could bring the new bitch, but the price he paid was taking over his father's life, and it's fucked, bro. It was deep. It was dark. It looked beautiful, animated well. The story was inspiring and terrifying at times. Mushiko just had a fantastic fucking season. My only problem with Mushiko is that other things came out that caught my eye and that did certain elements of things better. But I loved Mushiko for what it was. Definitely like would have been. It was definitely an honorable mention in the top 10 anime of the year. It's not to be forgotten. It's just that this year had a lot of heat, bro. This year just had a lot of heat. But when it comes to isekai, Mushiko Tensei clears all the other isekais. To be honest with you, I think this year I probably watched the least amount of isekai that I've watched like in the last 5 years. Not that they weren't coming out, it's just that a lot of people weren't watching isekais anymore. So we didn't react to them as much. But the stuff that we did watch, like right now, Handyman Saitao is running. That's not seeing Mushiko Tensei though. What else? I can't really think of any other isekais that came out off the top of my head. And that's just the state of the isekai season. But shout out to Mushiko Tensei having a great year. Shout out to Slime, who did the damn thing but wasn't seeing Mushiko. Shout out to Alpharetta that's they picked the formula, they're with the formula. Their formula is just running in the background, doing its thing. I can't even be mad at it. So shout out to those. But Definitely Mushiko takes the cake for this season. Mushiko had an episode of the year, Kenny, not gonna lie. The Hydra fight, oh boy. No. Mushiko Tensei's last 4 episodes was some of the best heat of the year. The unfortunate side of it was that the first 8 episodes of the season, although they were good, they were interesting, and it covered some important topics and connecting some stories that we were missing. I feel like it did good emotionally, but I feel like it could have used some more oomph in those first 8 episodes. Because the payoff for those last 4 episodes was there. The payoff for the 8 episodes leading up to those last 4 was absolutely there. But, and that's why I said a but, it wasn't my favorite thing. While that season, Alpharetta just got ass titties and all around thugging. That's why I don't get mad at Alpharetta. Alpharetta isn't looking to like inspire me. It's not, Alpharetta isn't looking to like change the game on its head. It's like, here's a really good power fantasy isekai with a nice fucking harem and a dude that's gonna do whatever the fuck he wants to do and body everybody in his way. And he's already OP for the world that he's in, and you're just gonna see him tear through it. And just kind of like it kind of has that same solo leveling vibe where it's like, you know why you're here. We know why you're here. We're gonna give you what you came for. Ass, titties, flashy fucking fights, breaking dungeons, and a fucking quirky ass hero who you don't know if he's a friend or a foe. I'm like, sign me the fuck up. They're not trying to flip anything on its head. They're just going through the progression of the story because they know what they got, and they're just it's just here it is. That's what Alpharetta I expect. I don't expect anything crazy great or groundbreaking or fan fucking tastic from Alpharetta, but I do expect the fights to look good. I expect the bitches to be bad. I expect great jiggle physics. And then that's it. That's what we get from Alpharetta. It's a good ass isekai. It does what it's supposed to do. Shikanoko Koshotan? No, Shikanoko was not. It was a comedy. I did not. It wasn't my type of comedy, bro. If you ask me what I would rate Shikanoko, it's a 4 out of 10. On its best episode, its best episode is a 4 out of 10. Did I have moments where I laughed? Yes, I had some moments where I laughed. I spent a lot of that show confused. I'm like, what the fuck are we doing here? What the fuck is actually going on? Somebody help me, please. Explain to me why I'm supposed to give a flying fuck right now. But I will objectively say the artwork was dope. Some of the gags were fire, but not my cup of tea, bro. Not my fucking cup of tea at all. Oh wait, we're not talking about comedies. I don't know why I brought that up. Our next category, best fantasy anime of the year. This one's easy. It goes to Frieren, bro. Frieren, ain't nothing else fantasy-wise that's catching it. I would argue one of the other fantasy shows that did catch my attention this year was definitely Let This Grieving Souls Retire, but it's not as good as Frieren. It's just not. It just wasn't. Delicious in Dungeon, also a fantastic choice at a fantasy dungeon crawler. Not seeing Frieren. It's just not. Danmachi, great in the fantasy genre. Fantastic in the dungeon diving genre. It did a lot of good things this season, besides hit production issues. Not a fan of that. Frieren had nothing wrong. No misses. I at times I even struggle to criticize Frieren because everything I remember about Frieren just gives me good feelings. There's sometimes in an episode where you feel like you're wasting time, but then you realize that's literally the theme of the show. It's literally the theme of all the lessons that we're learning. It's part of the exposition of there's beauty in everything around you. Take time to breathe. When you think you have to rush, no, you fucking don't. But there's also the appreciation for the things that you encounter on a daily basis. The moments of slice of life where you feel like you're doing nothing, but at the same time, the show is telling you doing nothing is something to be appreciated too. Sometimes you're just gonna be locked in a snow cabin with your homeboys for a month or two, and you're gonna realize that, holy shit, did you know the nigga in here is one of the old heroes? Like, yeah, one of the old heroes like of time. Yeah, this nigga literally helped defeat like a different demon lord in a different century. Like, he's fucking him. Did y'all not know this? It's dope. It's very good. and very real. It's a very good in depiction. It's a very good show and a great depiction of what it looks like when you live forever, but you don't really have an understanding of other people's perspectives. Because the thing about vampires is vampires start off as human and then turn into vampires. So they already know and appreciate how short a human life can be versus an elf that's born towards the end of the age of elves and there's not many left like her, so she didn't really have a chance to pick up the lessons and learn that you have to appreciate the mosquito type lifespans of humans as compared to yours. So we saw her go through her first interaction with humans. Demons have been around since the beginning of time. Like, as far as she's concerned, demons are the problem and humans are not helping. And she's like, so why am I fucking with y'all humans? Her depiction of what it's like to live alongside her, fucking amazing. It's really an amazing depiction. I look forward to them trying to do that in other shows, but usually in other shows, the theme is you live forever, I don't. So you should turn me into you so we can live together forever. This is very much I live forever, you guys don't. I need to appreciate y'all while I have y'all and also realize that I'm going to go through this iteration as long as I deal with humans multiple times. And that the first time I went through it, I didn't do as good of a job. But now that I'm with you guys on my second iteration of dealing with humans, I can now go back and appreciate what happened the first time I was with humans. And while I'm appreciating what happened last time, I can appreciate y'all in front of me. And it's a beautiful story. It's well done. Frieren best fantasy anime of all time facts with Storia. Never mind the year to me. I don't know what I could criticize Frieren. Maybe I wish they expanded some scenes more. Yeah, it's hard. It's hard to criticize because this just did everything really well. Oh, shout out to Astoria, another good fantasy anime. My only beef with Astoria, if I'm being very upfront with you, it's just a black clover. It's a black clover reskin with a couple different twists. I do enjoy a couple different twists. I do think it looked fan fucking tastic, but I can't help but think in the back of my mind, yo, this is Asta 2.0. It's not a knock against it, but I enjoy innovation. I enjoy something I haven't seen before. I enjoy something that moves me emotionally. Wistoria got me hype, but did it move me emotionally? Not really. It just really didn't move me emotionally. So, it is what it is. Season 1 felt like an introduction. I agree. Best harem anime. Oh no, sorry. This is best Eki. Best Eki anime of the year goes to Gushing Over Magical Girls. It was between this and Chain Soldier. And although I enjoyed Chain Soldier and they were way hornier, way thicker, way sexier, Gushing delivered me a story that I gave a fuck about. The story in Chain Soldier is passable. That's what I'll say. I really can't say anything besides it's passable. I understand it. It's good. You know, it supports everything that goes on. It the theme and what happens in the show is fan fucking tastic. But Gushing did everything. Gushing did everything Trained Soldier did, and then gave me a dope ass fucking story on top of that. Yeah, I ain't gonna lie. Chain Soldier shotties, pound for pound, Chain Soldier shotties over Gushing shotties, without a doubt. When it comes to every category of body, kink, character design, yeah. But Gushing was only a little bit behind it in every category and gave me a fucking dynamic story that I love. I can't even argue with that. I would like to know, especially what y'all think in this category. I don't know many Eki animes that came out this year. I really only had these two. This year I saw a couple of Eki anime, but the only two I could think of that came out this year was this and Chain Soldier. So that's why I ended up being Gushing. I know. I feel like a lot of people are going to be disappointed I didn't choose Chain Soldier because objectively the bodies on those characters are way better and the freaky shit they got into was way more like how do I say this? It was more vanilla freak, but good freak. Versus Gushing had like I don't want to say extreme kinks, but it was more fetishized and kinky. But also the story was great. But also Gushing did some things that even made me blush at times. And it also did stuff that made me like close my eyes where I just couldn't believe what the fuck I was watching. When that girl pooped in that fucking diaper and had the other girl change it, Yo, that had to be some of the freakiest Diddy baby oil shit I've ever seen in my fucking life, bro. I don't want it. I don't want that kink. But to see that mommy daughter, or whatever dynamic that whatever kink that was get displayed, the mommy kink, bro. That shit. That shit was crazy. Gushing was surprise of the year. Didn't expect it to be good. Me either. BBW Elf? Nah, that fell off, bro. Yo, BBW Elf was good for 2 episodes. And after that, fucking epic fall off. Holy shit, it fell the fuck off. Oh my god. They kept introducing shotties, which was dope. But like, the fall off was too great. Sometimes you trying to understand their powers better. Like, I want to learn more. Chain out of the I just want to watch some Eki facts. And I forget Azra licking her boots. Yeah. I didn't finish shit. I don't blame you. I don't blame you. Azra getting broken and licking the boots. Actually, if I'm being honest with you, and gushing, hold on. Ooh, I needed that water. In gushing, Utena was my favorite character. I'm on. Don't get twisted. I'm on Team Kiwi. I'm on Team Kiwi, and that's my waifu in the show. But Utena, what they did with Utena was fantastic. She doesn't start off as your favorite, but she ends up as your favorite, bro. I ain't gonna hold you. She did not start off as my favorite. Not even close. She was just like, ah. But then by the end, Utena was like, yo, honestly, I get it now. It's like, I fucking get it. I do. I really do. She's dope. Utena was a crazy character development story, man. No, she really was. She really was. They cooked with that. They absolutely cooked with it. Because seeing how she is, you're like, wait, how is she this? And then, like, as you get into her character, it just makes sense. It's like, oh, that's some real yandere shit for real. Like, holy shit, to love somebody so much that you want to hurt them, that's crazy. That's fucking insane. Like, what? Sulfur got me halfway through. Nah, I remember your sulfur supremacy. Sulfur's alright though. The next award goes to Best Overall Harem. This category was actually hard. This category was actually hard as all fuck. Because I really was struggling to decide. It's like, do I want am I talking about a harem and its stats? A harem and its build? A harem that I want to be a part of? A harem where I have to be the exact MC? And I went with, if I'm going for the best harem, I'm going with that I become exactly the MC that they want. Not that it's me and I get a bunch of hoes around me. Because if I'm picking that, I'm honestly gonna say Redo or Chain Soldier or Alpharetta. That's too easy. There's so many harems out there where it's like, yo, just pick one, bro. I wanted the harem where it's like, which character has the best situation? Which character actually has his best situation, right? And objectively, I'm not gonna lie to you, Alpharetta was very, very close. But Alpharetta to me was too easy. It was actually too easy in Alpharetta, right? It should have been Alpharetta. But here's what I want to say. Hear me out though. Hear me out. It's honestly, the right answer should have been either Alpharetta or Slime, because Slime could smash any of those hoes. Alpharetta, he's literally smashing all the hoes. Or Kazuma, Konosuba, where Kazuma is building with a whole bunch of stuff. Shit, I would throw in Mushiko Tensei. I'm suffering from recency bias here because I like Cry's situation the most. The thing about Cry's situation and Let This Grieving Soul Retire is I really actually believe that there is a situation where all three of these shawties would just be okay sharing him. And he has like the perfect mix of shawties. Like in Alpharetta, I don't want the Alpharetta harm because UA. Like UA, let's be real. I don't want Alpharetta harm because of UA. Like that's the number one. That's who my bottom bitch has to be. And she doesn't fit any aesthetic that I enjoy. I like Shea. I love Shea. I love Tio. UA kind of blocks some of that. I also love Yamagashi. the sword chick, you see her pop up here a couple times with the titty window. Love me Yamagashi. But like Tio would be fun. Yue is in the way. The princess, dope, right? You go to slime, it's a good harm, but it's a harm of adoration. But you also can't share in that harm. Cause Shion would beat your ass, Shauna would beat your ass. In this grieving harm, these four here, they are literally so infatuated with him where Citri wants him, but if he said I want Liz too, Citri would let Liz be in on it. Liz would be okay with Citri being in on it because she's like, well, at least you're powerful and you're my sister. Tio would be a perfect side chick. I hate to say it, but Tio would be the perfect side chick because she says, Masa wa Kami. And yes, I am Kami. So when we're getting this on in the back room, you better not. No, let me stop. That sounds so fucked up. But no, Tio, they would allow Tio to, or they allow Tino to join the harem once she's proved herself. But at the same time, with Cry, if he says it, they're just gonna do it. That's why objectively his harm is the best. I truly believe if he says, no, all three of y'all get it together, we're all four together, y'all are all with me, and we're just gonna make this work. They would fight amongst themselves, but with Cry, there would be no beef, bro. There would be no beef. He would get off scot-free. They literally let him get away with murder. Actually, not murder, but robbery, extortion, bribery, all those things. They let him get away with it. He literally has three shotties that would do anything that he says. And I feel like that includes we are now all together. Don't argue, don't fight. Be happy with me or be happy without me. And they would fall in line. That's why I chose his harem. I don't have enough proof. I don't have enough evidence. I'm toxic as all fuck. I accept all those things that I just said. But that's why I would choose his harem. I feel like this is the most feasible harem that I would want and would work. Off-road harem I would want, would not work. Slime harem I would want, would not work. This harem I like and I can make it work. Call me crazy. I already know the Konosuba harem I would want, could not make it work. There's too much character issues there, too much beefing amongst the shawties. It just would not go the way I wanted to go. Keep me out of there, bro. Shizuku Kaori and I'll be sad, but I see the vision of grieving souls. I'm telling you, it's there. You just got a sick image in my LOL. Tio saying Master Akami while getting it on. Oh my god, bro. Bro, I'm not gonna lie. When I said it the first time, that's what I thought too. I'd be like, yo, I'm gonna grip your neck, and like right when it's happening, that's what I want you to say. Say it right then. Goddamn. Runner up danmachi. Danmachi harm, you know what? That's a harm that's the last harm I wanted to talk about actually. The danmachi harm, I also believe the danmachi harm, I definitely want it, but it would not work only because I feel like Hestia would let me have other girls, but Hestia would also, I feel like Hestia would let me have other girls, but other girls would want me to themselves, which is why that kind of doesn't work. But at the same time, Hestia, even if Hestia was willing to share you, she would also give you shit about it. And because I'm a piece of shit, I want my cake, I want to eat it too, and I don't want to hear you yapping about how much cake I had. I should have said that, but I feel that in my soul, bro. I ain't gonna hold you. I feel that in my fucking soul, bro. I'm not gonna feel bad about that one. Konosuba one is too hard to deal with, and now because Megami and Dark is a bit too attached, so how do you pick? Exactly, bro. Those emo don't want to share planes. Those girls don't want to share plain and simple, and they'll be spiteful. Yeah. No, I want a harm that I can feasibly make work. Honestly, the right answer is Eminence. Eminence is actually the perfect example of would want, could work, and would do. Like no brainer. Like that's the easiest harm in all of anime, I actually believe. I can't. Oh, 100 Girlfriends also easiest harm in all of anime. But again, they still kind of infight and they're kind of forced because of destiny. And there's something about that I don't like. because of the nature of how I am, I need to know that you want me because it's me and not because like some god accidentally attached us together cosmically and can't undo it. But I'm being weird. Whatever. Let me know what y'all think in the comments below. The next award is for L Anime of the Year. There's only 2 anime that disappointed me this year. And the number one that got me was definitely this Tower of God. And the Tower of God anime being an L anime, it's specifically an L because of the direction. I can tell from the episodes that there is some dope shit going on, but their decision and their way of adapting from the manga to the anime is fucking ass. Butt cheeks. How much ass it is? Fucking Pinky on a Friday night next to Maserati. Ass. Next to Sarah J and freaking Ann Taylor. Ass. It's a whole bunch of ass. It's like a fucking symphony of pogs clapping together as one. If you don't know what I'm talking about, I would tell you to go look on the hub, but the hub is not available in my state no more. If you want to know how much ass I'm talking about, just go click, clack, 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 but make sure you're over 18. Disclaimer. I know this show is supposed to be good. I know this show is supposed to be good, but god damn it, it is not right now. It is not. Season 1 was fantastic. Season 2 dropped the ball so hard. I don't know if they can pull off a season 3. I truly just don't know if they could do it. I bid them good luck. I wish them the best. But if there's a season there, season 3, I don't know if I'll be there. The problem with Eminence Harm is they lose themselves for Citru. I do appreciate girls keeping their user personas even around their boss. Agreed. Shout out to Ninja Kamui too. Ninja Kamui was so bad I wasn't even going to mention it. It was so bad I wasn't even going to mention it. I actually can't even speak on Ninja Kamui because it was so bad we dropped it. I don't even know if it got better or not. I'm pretty sure it didn't get better, but I don't like to talk about shows that I didn't finish because there's a chance it might have gotten better or it might have had it might have stuck the finish, but no, I'm not even talking about it. I forgot it. I missed nothing. You missed nothing. It got worse. I know. Are you just because of how anticipated Tower God was on the comeback from the anime community? Uzumaki was brand new thing, so expectations were in the air for that. Yeah, not to mention, unlike Tower of God, the story for Uzumaki, I appreciated it. It wasn't animated well, but it was well written. The story was daring. It was driven. It was dark. It was sinister. It gave you some real juxtaposed, funny ass moments. It just didn't look good. It just didn't look good. That Uzumaki was not an L. Was not an L in my book. Uzumaki was not an L. I think the community had to take an L because it wasn't well drawn and it had production issues in that manner. But the show itself, the story was good enough to carry. That's why it's not an L in my book. The next award goes to... Wait, what is this next award for? Hold on. I lost my notes. Why is Frieren back here? What's Frieren doing back here? Oh, okay. No, this is the last award. Last award of the night, ladies and gentlemen. It goes to Anime of the Year. I had to split. I literally had to split because I couldn't decide. I had to split because I couldn't decide on this one, bro. I had to split. Anime of the Year is between 2 contenders. It's really between Bleach and Frieren. Now, here's the reason why I'm torn. I objectively think Frieren was a 10 out of 10 this season, but I am a biased ass Bleach head, and I love fucking Bleach and I love Kubo. I have to be honest with you and tell the truth. I initially was going to pick Bleach. I truly believe Bleach had a great fucking season. A top 3 season and it was in 3rd place. But I really got to give the edge to Frieren. I really got to give the edge to Frieren. And I'm being real with you. I had Bleach as my number 1 anime. It was Bleach up until maybe like an hour ago. As I was getting this show ready, I really had to sit and think to myself, I'm like, can I really say Bleach was better than Frieren this year? Bleach was better than a lot of things. It blew a lot of things out the water. But was Bleach better than Frieren? I really had to take a good hard look at myself in the mirror and I had to say, nah, it wasn't. It was right there though. Like, when I say like a 10 out of 10, no, honestly, because I don't work in absolutes, when I say a 9.95 and 9.90, Frieren outranks Bleach. The main reason, and again, this is a common theme in all my selections. The main reason frieren outdid Bleach just for this year was because frieren showed me something that I haven't seen before. It made me feel things that I didn't know I can feel watching an anime. It wove a story that was so creative, unique, thugging, emotional, sentimental. It just carried and hit on so many different levels, so many different emotions, so many different themes while all intertwining into one theme that I, within good faith, as much as I love Bleach, and as much as I'm biased to choose Bleach, and as good as the two cores that Bleach had this year, not one core, two fucking cores they delivered us this year of greatness. I had to pick frieren. I could not, in good faith, sit here and choose Bleach and keep Bleach as the best anime of the year with a straight face, knowing that frieren literally still sits and lives in my head rent free in so many different ways and so many different levels. It deserves every fucking flower it gets, including the one from the spell that she uses. I can't say enough good things about frieren. It it was literally a game changing show. Honestly, as I like frieren so much, I almost don't want them to do another season. I would almost be like, yeah, guys, honestly, just stop right now. I don't want you guys to sully what's already happened. It's not that I don't have faith they could deliver a second season. It's not that I don't think they could come back and finish the story that they started and improve on it. I'm not gonna lie, I kind of have that worry. But it's just that what we've seen in this first season is just so fucking perfect. It's almost a shame to even go back and touch it. You have you ever had something like that? You ever did something so well, you're like, this needs to be framed. Nobody needs to ever touch it again. I'm gonna leave it like this. And I'm gonna come back in the day that it's no longer like this, I'm ending it all. That's how I feel about frieren. I really almost chose Bleach. Even just now, I was confused. I was like, why the fuck is frieren here? It's because I chose it over Bleach, bro. I had to. I absolutely had to, bro. Fantastic stuff. Let's see what the chat got to say. Frieren was generationally special. It was. I'd say Frieren has an edge because it had nothing to stand on, just came out swinging. No, I like that. I like that. Unexpected greatness is still lingering, legendary. Yeah, it's still, you know how after you eat something delicious and it's like the next day and you're still thinking about what you ate, or you got like the leftovers in the fridge and you're like, oh my God, I can't wait to go back and eat the rest. That's Frieren, bro. That's Frieren. I trust Madhouse. They are the best animation studio in the world right now, in my opinion. Ufotable might have the budget, but Madhouse goaded. Yo, honestly, Madhouse has made a lot of my favorite animes, bro. They've really made a lot of my favorite animes. Thus, by far, like they really be cooking. That's a goaded studio. But I appreciate y'all. This is the end of Sus Maho Radio number 14, the anime awards of the year. I hope you like the drip. I hope you like the show. I hope you like what I had to say. I hope you will share your opinion down below. Let me know what your winners were for each category. Let me know what honorable mentions I might have missed out on. Let me know what shows that you think I should have watched, but I didn't watch that would have potentially won an award here. Tell me everything that's on your mind. Of course, check out the description for the Discord and the Twitch link so you can come live, watch us live, join in the crew, join in the chat, voice your opinion, do a call in. We haven't had a call in a while. I think I'm gonna start call-ins. I'm gonna start call-ins with creators. I'm gonna start having guests on for a little bit. Still working on that. I really wanted to get my legs under me with the Sauce My Whole Radio, and I feel like we have a good setup going. So now, including a guest would be dope for each quest board, kind of like a late night anime radio show. Actually, that's exactly what we are. So it's my whole radio. So it makes sense that we have a guest. Duh. So yeah. Shield Hero, shout out to Eclair. Ooh, Eclair. Good choice. But yeah, with that being said, I've been your host for this 2024 Anime Awards. I hope you share what you like below. Follow us on all the socials again. Remember, if you got the sauce, share the sauce. We're out of here.